You think you know people. You think you can read their words, their smiles, their confidence. But here's the truth. Most of what you see is an act. People are incredible performers. They can say all the right things, make all the right moves, and still be completely fake inside. So how do you really know who someone is? You don't need to know everything about them. You don't need to dig through their past or stalk their social media. Just watch two things, two simple signs that never lie. Because the truth about a person is not in what they say, but in what they do when life gets real. Let's talk about it. You see, we live in a world full of noise. Everyone's posting quotes about loyalty, honesty, kindness. But the reality is, words are cheap. People talk about morals, but the real test comes when those morals cost them something. When they have something to lose, time, money, comfort, or reputation. That's when you find out who they truly are. So today, I want to give you something better than trusting your gut. I want to give you a filter, a simple, powerful way to understand people, not by their words, not by their appearance, but by two undeniable signs that reveal their real character. Let's start with the first one. The first sign, how they treat people who can't benefit them. It's easy to be kind to someone who can help you. It's easy to be polite to your boss, respectful to a rich friend, charming to someone popular. But how do they treat the waiter, the janitor, the driver? How do they speak to someone who has nothing to offer them in return? That's where real character shows up. Because genuine people don't adjust their kindness based on status. They don't look at what someone can do for them. They look at who that person is. And the ones who act superior, the ones who treat smaller people like they don't matter, that's not confidence. That's insecurity wearing expensive clothes. Imagine this. You're out with a friend. The waiter makes a small mistake. Maybe they forgot your order or brought the wrong drink. Does your friend get angry, roll their eyes, make the waiter feel small? Or do they stay calm, respectful, understanding? That moment tells you everything. Because respect isn't about how you treat people above you. It's about how you treat those below you. If someone only shows kindness when it benefits them, trust me, they don't have kindness, they have strategy. Now let's move to the second sign, and this one's even more powerful. The second sign, how they act when they're under pressure. When everything's easy, everyone looks good. When life is smooth, people can pretend to be patient, honest, loyal, composed. But when life hits them hard, when things go wrong, that's when the mask falls off. Watch how someone reacts when they don't get what they want. When they're stressed, frustrated, embarrassed, or afraid, do they stay grounded? Or do they explode, blame others, and play the victim? Pressure reveals truth. It exposes emotional maturity, or the lack of it. Here's a small example. Let's say you're working on a project with someone. Everything goes fine until a problem shows up. Maybe the deadline is tight, or something doesn't go as planned. One person starts pointing fingers, complaining, acting like the world is unfair. The other one stays calm, looks for solutions, and owns their mistakes. Who would you trust more? Exactly. Because anyone can act kind when things are good, but only real ones stay kind when things fall apart. Now, think about your own life. How many people have switched up on you the moment things got difficult, when they couldn't control the outcome or when they didn't get what they wanted? That's not coincidence. That's character being revealed. And maybe this realization hurts a little because you'll start to notice how many people in your life wear masks. But here's the thing. This awareness protects you. Once you understand these two signs, manipulation gets harder and clarity gets easier. Now, let's go deeper into this because there's another layer most people miss. You see, when you start watching these two signs, something changes inside you too. You begin to see patterns. You stop wasting energy on appearances. You start valuing consistency over charm, actions over promises. And suddenly, your relationships get clearer. Not because people changed, but because your perception did. You realize that character isn't loud, it's quiet. It doesn't need to announce itself, it shows up naturally, over time. You'll meet people who seem boring at first glance, but they're rock solid when life gets hard. And you'll meet others who shine bright in the beginning, but disappear when you need them most. Watch closely. The signs are always there. Let's break this into smaller lessons you can actually apply. Lesson 1. Don't get hypnotized by confidence. Some people are just good at looking sure of themselves. They know how to say the right things, how to make eye contact, how to seem authentic. But confidence without compassion is manipulation. And that's what you'll see when you watch how they treat people who can't give them anything back. Lesson 2. Stop believing in potential. You can see potential in anyone, but character isn't about what someone could do. It's about what they choose to do. Watch their small decisions. How they handle small responsibilities tells you how they'll handle big ones. Lesson 3. Notice the small cracks. Someone who gets slightly rude under stress will eventually get cruel when life truly hits. Someone who lies about small things will eventually lie about big things. Character doesn't suddenly appear, it's revealed piece by piece. Lesson 4. Don't excuse bad behavior because you understand their pain. Yes, everyone goes through tough times, but pain doesn't justify disrespect. Pressure doesn't excuse betrayal. How someone handles their worst days shows you their emotional discipline. The moment they start using pain as an excuse to hurt others, that's your sign to step back. Lesson 5. Practice what you expect. If you want to attract people with solid character, you have to be one. Treat the small people with big respect. Stay calm under pressure. Keep your word even when no one's watching. The world reflects your standards. So if you want genuine people around you, start by being genuine yourself. Let's bring it all together. You don't need to analyze every word someone says. You don't need to dig into their past or play detective. All you need to do is watch two simple things: how they treat people who can't benefit them, and how they behave when they're under pressure. Because those two moments, kindness without reward and composure under stress, are the purest mirrors of a person's soul. The rest, it's just noise. And maybe you've been disappointed before. Maybe you gave your trust to people who turned out to be fake. But don't let that make you bitter. Let it make you smarter. Use those moments to sharpen your awareness, not close your heart. Because once you learn to see people for who they are, not who they pretend to be, you start living differently. You stop chasing approval. You stop over-explaining yourself. And you start choosing peace over drama. Remember this: real strength isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing what to pay attention to. And when you master that, life becomes a lot simpler. So now I want you to do something. Think about the people around you. Your friends, your coworkers, even your family. Who treats others with kindness, even when no one's watching? Who stays calm when life gets messy? Those are your real ones. Keep them close. And if this video made you think, if it opened your eyes even a little, don't just scroll away. Take a second to reflect. Drop a comment and tell me one thing you've learned about people the hard way, because your experience might help someone else wake up too. And hey, if you found value here, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because the more aware we become, the less we get fooled. Remember, you don't need to know everything. Just watch the signs. They'll tell you the truth every single time.